The lamplight guttered out at the edge of the wharf, leaving only fog and the weak glow of a tavern sign swaying in the wind. The boards of the pier sweated brine. Somewhere a piano stumbled through a waltz that nobody was sober enough to finish. He walked there like a man condemned, coat tied around him, his tongue dry as old paper. His name had been forgotten in a dozen countries. Some had called him Count, others Monsieur, once even Father. Tonight he was nothing, only the Sommelier. The scent reached him before the man appeared. Gin, not the polite whisper of juniper berries, not the careful chill of tonic, but the raw stench of sailor's gin, cheap and stinging, laced with regret. He gripped the iron railing until rust flaked beneath his nails. The dock worker came staggering into view, broad-shouldered but broken back by the weight of his work. His shirt was open to the cold, his eyes were blurred glass. A green bottle clutched in one hand, swinging in time to the uneven shuffle of his feet. The sommelier closed his eyes. He tasted the man without touching him. Sharp, medicinal top notes of lime peel and river muck,
hints of childhood sorrow,
boiled hard by 40 years of labor, finished.
Bitter weir with a trace of wormwood madness.
His fangs ached, his stomach coiled, his whole body cried out, drink. But he did not. Instead he breathed slow, the way the brethren had taught him. The other damned gathered in their circle beneath the ruined priory. One night at a time they had said, do not taste the gin, do not taste the port, do not taste the brandy. If you must drink, drink the sober ones. Drink the pale, clean blood of the teetotaler, the fasting priest, the milk-fed child. It will not satisfy, but it will not destroy you.
He opened his eyes again.
The dock worker had slumped against a wall, now bottle tilted, gin dribbling onto the cobbles. His pulse throbbed in his throat, blue and bright. The music from the tavern shifted into a wheezing accordion. A waltz beaten half to death, 3 steps forward, 1 stumble back. The sommelier found himself swaying in time. His hunger choreographed his feet. The alley itself seemed to lean toward the drunk, a stage drawing him to his partner. He stopped an arm's length away. The man looked up, bleary and half afraid. The vampire smiled, a smile he had learned to soften, not bear. Evening, the dock worker slurred. Evening, he replied, voice thick with saliva. He leaned closer, he could smell the man's sweat, his gin-sweet breath, the salt still clinging from the day's haul. It would be so simple, a touch, a puncture, a swallow. He imagined the warmth flooding his tongue, the juniper bite tempered with despair, a perfect pairing. Instead, he turned away.
His whole body shook, his hands twitched like talons yearning for a glass.
His mouth whispered a litany,
the words of refusal he had carved into himself like commandments.
I will not,
I will not,
I will not,
I will not.
The dock worker chuckled, thinking him drunk too. Suit yourself, mate. Then the man collapsed into sleep, bottle still clutched in his hand. The sommelier stumbled down the alley into the fog, into the night that stank of taverns and ruin. He pressed his palms against the cold stones until the craving dulled. Only then did he take out his little book, the leather peeling, the pages brittle with ink. He wrote his entry in a hand that trembled like a seismograph.
Alley waltz,
One dock worker, gin-soaked bouquet, exquisite, abstained. He shut the book, teeth gritted, his hunger roared, but he lived.
The waltz faltered on the tavern piano,
ending in a broken chord.
silence followed,
Heavy as judgment, and he walked on.
he walked on.
He wandered the streets until the fog thinned, until the tavern songs were no more than muffled ghosts in the distance. The craving dulled but never left. It clung to his tongue like the aftertaste of old brandy. His steps were automatic, tracing a path he had walked so many nights that even the cobbles seemed to know his shame. At last he reached the priory.
What remained of it crouched on the edge of the city, a blackened belgus of stone.
Once it had sung with bells and psalms, now its windows gaped like sockets, and the tower leaned as if drunk on centuries. Ivy strangled the walls, the front doors had rotted away, and in their place hung a curtain of sackcloth, damp with mildew. He slipped inside. The nave smelled of wax and mold. A dozen candles guttered on a broken altar, lighting faces that were pale, ruined, and watchful. They turned to him as one, and in their eyes he saw the reflection of his own disease. They were his brethren, his circle. At the far end, perched on a stool like a crow on a gravestone, sat Brother Jericho, a ghoul with lips sewn shut save for a single slit at the corner. His voice was a rasp that bled through his stitches.